Yo, welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Open Great League again. And today we're going to be trying out the Shadow Giratina paired with the Diggersby and the Lapras in the back. So pretty tanky team in the back with the different dragon, as the recently released Shadow Giratina is a thing now. Shadow Marowak is going to be the lead, so we're going to play this out and see what happens. Okay, we get a shield, and we're just going to swap out here. The Diggersby easily tanks this move, and now we see the opposing Blastoise. This Blastoise is going to be able to get to a move. Do we get the debuff? No debuff, unfortunately. So that means that we have to tank this move and just try to get to another move, but unfortunately the timing of it was not in our favor, and now we have no choice but to go in with our Lapras. We have two shields. We don't believe that's going to be the Skull Bash, so we're just looking to overfarm at this point. Throw the Sparkling right before they get to their move, and let's see if we can win this with two shield Lapras. It looks like we have the advantage because they come back in with the Marowak, which does not want to see this, and they decide to shield, so that is a telltale sign indicating this Lapras is going to be decent. We don't know exactly how good. Okay, it looks like it is going to be okay considering all things. It's not awesome. We need to get to two moves. This Sparkling Aria gets them in chip down range, and this next Sparkling hopefully is enough, and there it is. So GG start on two shield Lapras was the key right there, able to win against that tanky Dusclops. Okay, next game. Let's see if we can continue the win streak here. This is going to be a ABB team like we discussed earlier. Double weak to fighters in the back, although Lapras can fight back with the sideways, but you get the gist. We are going to be in a bad spot here, as we do not have the Skull Bash version. We are running the Ice Beam, and this has almost no play into this Azu, but the combination of how bulky it is plus the amount of sparklings we can throw, it does force our opponent to eventually make a decision, but our opponent does decide to let it go, and now we have Lapras with some energy, and it looks like we are not going to let them farm us down. We go straight into the Diggersby. This Diggersby is going to face the Talonflame. This Talonflame is going to let it go, and they decided to go for the Flame Charge, so that was probably the big decision of the game, whether they were going to go for a big move or not. They elect to go for the boost. There goes the second boost, and now we force out Magnezone to come back in, but unfortunately they're doing no fast move damage to us. We grab that last shield. They go for the Mirror Shot, and Mirror Shot does take us out, but they have no good moves to throw at our Giratina. As you saw earlier, they have Mirror Shot. Mirror Shot is not going to be enough. Let's see what they have right here. Wild Charge of Desperation does take us out from that range, but because they went for the Wild Charge, they debuffed themselves, and we could just sidewave down for the win. So GG's to our opponents. Good end game for us, and honestly our opponent played it as well as they could considering the lead, and they did take out our Giratina at the end. All right, we got the Shadow Giratina into the Sand Slash, and that is horrible because they are running the Powder Snow version, and that's basically a core breaker, but our opponent does swap out. I guess this is still good for them. You know, we get a debuff, no debuff, unfortunately. So this is going to be an easy alignment game for our opponent. Jelly, unfortunately, is too good against our Diggersby. That serve easily takes us out, and we just gotta go for the farm down a shield. Not looking great. We do have energy to throw something back at this Sand Slash, and we actually grab the shield. That's not bad. And now, if we had Skull Bash, this would have been so much different. Even though they did shield that, it's not gonna matter because we do not have Skull Bash. Let's see if we can get the switch clog to reset, so we could potentially catch. There's this X scissor, and that's just going to be too much to overcome. Like I said, Sand Slash, huge core breaker right there. Ice types. I guess considering we had a core breaker, it was okay. We made some plays, and if we had Skull Bash Lapras, I think we would have had way more chances to potentially win that game. All right, next we're gonna have Shadow Dusknoir into our Shadow Giratina. Not exactly what we want to see, but they're staying in, we're staying in. We fire off the Dragon Claw first, and looks like our opponent is going to be able to fire back. We decided one shield. We go for this Dragon Claw, and we get the second shield at least. And the question now is, which one of these Pokemon do we want to tank the damage? They actually get a Shadow Punch bait on us, and it has gone from bad to worse, as this Primeape here has free reign. If they have close combat, down goes the Lapras. However, we are going to be able to farm with the Diggersby, so maybe that is the win condition right here. Oh, we do have a positive matchup with energy advantage. We go for this Scorching, no debuff. They're forced to use energy here. Should be play rough. And is this going to be in range? Looks like we are going to go for another Scorching Sands right here, taking out the tank, and we do get to the move. So GG's to our opponents, able to win that game with the Diggersby. Kind of a core breaker between the Tinkaton and the Dusclops, even though we're not doing a lot of fast move damage to the Dusclops, but we already had it so low. Okay. Oh, this is where we want the lead fighter to be. And we're just gonna play this out at this point. Maybe we could have tanked that Rage Fist. Oh, they actually swap into their Gastro, and they're gonna have the advantage now, as they did grab a shield from us. We are gonna throw the Sparkling and look for the farm down. Hopefully this doesn't KO. It doesn't KO, but our opponent is able to get to another move, and they are able to win that. So this is not looking good, honestly. They're just going to go straight back in with the Primeape, which is interesting. We do get the shield, but our opponent knows that they have energy advantage. And we try to catch the Rage Fist, but they actually go for the close combat. So this is GG's. We are going to lose this game. They decide to farm down, and now they have another Rage Fist. And now they have a pretty neutral Pokemon in the back that's going to be pretty decent. Too bulky to take it out from this range. They probably need like 2 Mud Bombs plus other fast moves, even though they're resisted. Dragon Claw gets them pretty low, but like I said, not enough and pretty spammy. So well played by them. Check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.